Really pleased with our response from Sunday. I thought we played a pretty complete game. Coming into the game, I felt that Indiana State's guards, namely Key and Barnes, really attack the lane. They get in the paint. They make guys better. Their front court's awfully new for the most part. But those two, along with Christian Williams, in terms of what they did at Dayton, was really impressive. And I thought we did a pretty good job on those guys for the most of the game. I know Key ended up getting 20, and he shot a pretty decent percentage. A couple of them were deep bombs. And, you can't cover everything. We just wanted to keep the ball out of the lane. I thought our big guys did a great job hedging ball screens and keeping that lane as clean as we have all year. Really pleased with our rebounding difference. I mean, to double them on the glass, despite how we shot from the floor offensively, we still grabbed a bunch of offensive rebounds. So, it was really good progress, I think, from the Youngstown State game until today.
Did you think the rebounding was the area that you guys improved most on from Sunday to today?
I mean, it's just one game, but I thought our effort was much greater tonight on both ends of the floor. I don't think we had anybody leaking out like we did against Youngstown. I thought our guys were battling for some. There were a couple car crashes underneath because guys were going hard after the ball. And that's who we have to be. I think complete teams do that. And to give up as many offensive rebounds as we did the last two games, I'm just not used to seeing that. And we've got a lot of fifth-year seniors on the floor and guys have been in the weight room. It's just a matter of carving out that position and how toughen your opponent for the ball.
What did you think of the poise that some of your freshmen showed in the closing minutes?
Much better. We talked about it in the last 4-minute war in the huddle. Specifically, I think we were up 27 at Miami when they went in with under 4 minutes to go, and it was what it was. And then tonight we were up 28, ironically, when all of them were in there with fresh. And, we win that last war by 1. And we weren't perfect. We weren't great in transition defense, but I thought our freshmen gave much better effort. They didn't play the score, and that's some growth for them.
What do you think led to Fresh's game just getting more comfortable out there?
He's a good player. I think it's just a matter of him getting more games under his belt, learning his teammates, learning what his coach is, asking of him. He's a good player, and I think that, I think everybody remembers the last 15, 20 games of CC, but there were some moments where he didn't play very well early on, and especially in practice. But Fresh is coming along just fine. I thought his defense was outstanding, not just on the ball, but covering for teammates and closing up driving lanes. I can't say enough good things about Fresh tonight. Happy for him.
Indiana State came out of the second half and kind of got back in it a little bit, made it an 11-point game. What did you guys do right there to open it back up?
Well, when we got to the that TV timeout, I told those guys that I can't lose my cool. I lost my cool. I think they were losing their cool a little bit, so let's take a deep breath and let's gain the momentum back with our play and not worry about, some of the outrageous things that were happening out of our control.
Coach, I know you're not always going to shoot like that to start a game, but when you are getting good looks like you were and knocking them down, how difficult can your offense make it on a defense?
We can get so much better offensively. Good offense isn't when shots go in. It's what shots are you creating. And sometimes you can run a play just like you drew it up. Guys can screen, execute, and you get the best look for the guy that's got a hot hand and the ball goes in and out. And the rebound goes to the wrong side of the floor, even though you got three guys in great offensive rebounding position. So I don't want our team to think that, everything's fine on the offensive end. I think we have to share the ball a little bit more and be a little bit more patient. Sometimes when the ball just keeps going in, guys get a little antsy. We have a very unselfish group, a very together group, but we got to get a group that really understands that our best offense is going to be when we are a little bit more patient.
Chris, when Ryan gets that look and he steps into it, do you almost feel like it's automatic now? And then the second part, he made two really good passes for like the easiest buckets of the night.
Yeah. I'm going to miss that kid, man. He's a game changer. I had a kid like that at Xavier and Brad Redford, where if he shoots the ball, you just feel like, man, it's 3 more points we get right there as it goes up. And as I've said here in the beginning of the season, what he's really done is he's really grown off that shot, being able to get guys in the air and create looks for his teammates. He's making better decisions with the ball in his hands. And again, I think he's doing what he can defensively. He did a great job tonight on the defensive end.
Going back to poise, other than that one stretch where they got within 11 points, they seem to pretty much be dialed in and step on the gas. I mean, was that a concern for yours coming into this?
I'm concerned about that every time we step on the floor. Practice, games, it doesn't matter who you are. It only matters how you play. You get one opportunity. We always talk about having no regrets when you're back in the dorm room at 11 that night. No regrets. Don't look back, I wish I'd have done this. And you have the opportunity to when the clock has 20 minutes on it and we start the game. And that onus is on the first 5 guys that are out on the floor. And whoever comes in the game has to pick up that energy. And we talked a lot about that. Just we have to have unmatched energy when we hit the floor. And so I really felt like our guys were dialed in tonight, ready to go.
Third straight game with 21 at least for Jordan, and he not only hit both of his threes, but he got to the line 10 times. Is he more aggressive this year a little bit?
We need him to be aggressive. We need our team to be aggressive, Rick. We need to get that ball in the lane and not just settle. I think Jordan is really letting the game come to him. I mean, he is a prolific scorer. Maybe if he played for a different coach, he'd average 30, 35 points a game. But the best players allow their teams and help their teams win. And I know he believes in that. He's become a different guy on the defensive end of the floor. And if he continues that, we're going to be a tough out.
Dwayne, maybe a little quiet on Sunday, had a double-double tonight. What'd you see out of him?
He's a warrior. When he has nights like tonight, we're difficult to contend with. When Dwayne has a night where statistically he doesn't really post, we miss it. We miss it. So seeing him drive down the lane, come up with those rebounds where there's 3, blue shirts in this case tonight around him, and he comes up with it and draws a foul. I'm used to those type of things from Dwayne, and the more we get of that, the harder we're going to be to contend with.
Sam had 4 assists tonight. Do you feel like he's learning a little bit better to expect where other guys are going to be?
Sam really knows how to play the game, on offense. He's really learning on defense. I thought he did a great job of fronting post players tonight and keeping the ball out of the lane better than he has all year. And he'll continue to grow in that area. Offensively, you see him curling and making some high arcing shots off the glass, floaters. He's got a wide array of offensive moves and touch. So it's fun to coach.
Can you answer questions about your recruits? And if so, the 3 guys that you guys signed?
Yeah, I'm going to put out a statement, I think, on Friday. Is that right, Kenny? Or Thursday? I don't know. But, yeah, we're excited about all 3 of those guys. You got J.J. Traynor, a local guy here. Obviously, his dad played at Louisville. Kid's really come a long, long way. A long way. Meteoric rise. And he had some weight and some strength, and I got a guy that can help him with that when he gets here. He's got a chance to be a special player. DeAndre Davis, a kid out of Indianapolis, at Lawrence Central where Kyle Guy went, he's a winner. He's a lot like Dwayne Sutton. He's maybe not the quickest, the tallest, the best jumper, but he really knows how to play, and he does it inside and out. Really versatile, comes from a great family. And then obviously the hometown guy, Jay Scrub, who, I was recruiting when he was at Trinity, but, he need to do a better job in the classroom. That's what he's at John Logan for. But he's the premier, or one of the premier junior college players in the country, and he is awfully excited to wear that Louisville Cardinal jersey.